And this is it. The final frontier. These are the voyages of Constellation. In a previous episode, I don't know what order I paste these things in. Post. I don't know what order I post these things in, but I did a version where what if the Shieldbreaker was a Nova Galactic ship? So I took the Shieldbreaker and I completely rebuilt it as a Nova Galactic ship. And I decided I liked it so much I wanted to keep it like that. But then I've also been doing this ship consolidation because you can see you can only have 10 ships, at least without mods. I have mods, but I still put the first 10 ships I care about up in the front there. You know, just in case something happens and a ship gets deleted when they release a patch and the script extender goes debunk and you gotta, you know, I only have 2 mods. If the script extender goes off, I can like just disable those mods. I just lose my more than 10 ships and my richer merchants. It's the only real mods that I'm using right now. But anyway, I decided to permanize this Nova Breaker design, but actually make it the Frontier, because the Frontier in and of itself was useless to me. Like, it's such a little ship, I at least want to bring my crew, my entourage with me. So let's take that Shieldbreaker design and put it into the Frontier. Now, as part of the consolidation, I'm going to turn the Shieldbreaker itself into something else, into a different ship. That way I can have both the Frontier and the Shieldbreaker here in one ship. So I guess part of the plan shall be giving you a rundown of this build. So we've exploded this ship all apart to give you a rundown of the habs. We have the exact same cockpit. I did not change the cockpit, the Magellan C2X cockpit. And then that goes into the control station. You need a control station on a bigger ship. That goes into a companionway, which goes into an engineering bay. On this side, we have the captain's quarters. And on this side, oh, Galactic Frontier. We kept the original hab right there. But then, on the bottom, oh, we have an all-in-one berth B. Because, you know, we kept this so that it stays being the Frontier. And it also has some good features to it. But then, you know, we need beds, proper beds for our people. On the bottom, we use the Nova Galactic N20 landing gear. And then these are the cargo bays. I'm using these sextant tapered ones. Now, this is where it gets tricky. I have enough engine power to maintain speed and mobility with more weight, but not light years. As you can see, I'm at 29 light years. I wasn't able to max that out and have a reasonable complement of features. But according to my research, the longest jump range in Starfield from the 2 farthest planets is something like 28 point something light years. So if you have 29, you're effectively maxed out. You don't need to go 30. And unfortunately, the grav drive, 27 is the biggest one we can get in Class A. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Oh yeah, did I mention I maintained Class A? The Shieldbreaker's Class B. The Nova Breaker was Class B, but we kept this guy Class A. We made that part of the design philosophy. Which is funny because these landing gears, that's 4 thrust times 200. That's 800 each. That's 1600 total just from these 2 landing gears. We could like not have any other landing gears and it would work. So we got a couple windows there. We got a couple weapons there on friggin' weapon mounts. We'll mention the weapons later. And then somewhere around here, we're gonna get our landing bay. It's the exact same one that came with the Frontier. That didn't change. Along the front here, we got some nice Nova Galactic wings filling in this section. And then we got the Nova Galactic cowlings. Those were a stock on the Shieldbreaker also. Now, we could have used 2 straight cargo bays. There's another one. There's actually a few cargo bays in and around the range that we could have used. 585. These things aren't that small. Some other ones, like the big red ones, are 435. So this thing actually ends up having more cargo than I set up with the Shieldbreaker and both the Nova Breaker. Those were limited by their engines because the engines were chosen for aesthetic reasons. This one has more power, more engine power. Consistent with the Shieldbreaker, we have this Hope Tech Hope 5 landing gear that goes right about there. We can't put any more windows in this hab or it's going to delete important lore items. This looks funny right there. Did I do something wrong? Oh, no. Because these landing gears stuck to the frontier. Bam. They go right there. So now we have entirely too much landing gear. Actually, that's 2, 4, 6. Okay, no. We're total 1146 mass. So no, we would need more landing gear. Not necessarily these big ones, but more in general. That is pretty much this level of the ship, or no, it's not. We got these Nova Cowling 2L SMs faced outwards. When I did this with the Nova Breaker, I had them faced inwards like that, but I actually prefer in this build, hey, wrong button. Wrong button again. Facing them outwards. And it's actually cool because without any glitches, we can sneak some windows in here, even though it's kind of pointless. And then we have the Nova braking engines. They come in on the side here. We're going to kick it off with our first glitch here, because these wings, I actually put windows underneath of them. They have a really good effect, actually. So we go back and forth, glitch those into place. We have some nullifier suppressors. That's part of my secret of my success to ship buildings. We want something to soften shields. We want to be able to disable engines. So I have EMPs as my third weapon on all my ships. On the top here, these are lasers. I think I could use one more, but I like lasers sometimes because they soften shields, and then I finish them off with the EMP if I'm capturing a ship. Otherwise, for the normal weapons, I'm using the Vanguard Obliterator, the same thing that I put on the level 60 Frontier that I featured in the other video. I have 6 of those total on this. 2 there. So far, where's the other 2? We got one here, I call it the Beard Cannon. 2 down here off of the hab, and 1 on the top cowling. 6 of them. 6 of them. Absolute shredders, bud. Continuing on with this level. We have an engine there. We have an engine there. And we have 6 of the same engines. So this is a Class A engine that only takes 2 power, and it's 14,000 by 2,600. It's not as powerful as our, what's the other one there? The other Class A engine that absolutely rips. I don't know if it's going to show up in here. No, it's not going to. But you could have 6 of those, and they can push a Class C ship. In this case, we have 6 of these guys. Again, they're not as good, but in a lighter weight ship, they're absolutely killer. 4 wouldn't quite do. If we delete this and delete that, you see we go down to 79. So we're hitting the sweet spot. Now we gotta put these here, because as you're gonna see, like the Shieldbreaker, it has the one big engine coming off its arse. I got that with 2 of these engines using some Demios wings. Is this the whole of this level? I think it is. We move on to the toppest level now, where we have just, you know, your normal Nova cowling. Classic Nova cowling. And then we get the Docker. The same Docker that came off the Frontier. Completely stock, and also similar to the Shieldbreaker. Now the Shieldbreaker has a slightly different layout. It goes engineering bay, then companionway here, then captain's quarters back here. But that doesn't quite... I don't like that, because the Shieldbreaker, Demios has 2 different kinds of engineering bays. One, right? One looks like a computer core with some support machinery. This one just looks like complete support machinery, so it doesn't fit up front, I find. So I just kind of shift everything forward. Now, as for another hacky, we have This is actually the stock Frontier cargo hold, I think. I'm not sure if it was this one. It looks like this one, but I'm not sure if it was shielded or something like that. Another 210. We got a total of 1,600 cargo with this build, which is good enough for what I typically use this ship for. Again, I'm at the point where I don't haul all my resources with me. I store them at outposts. And if I need to bring them with me, I have a bigger ship. We take this Nova Cowling, put it there, change it back, cancel, glitch it in there, and then we have this nice little arrangement here. It's really freaking cute. Because this thing only has one color. There's no changing the color of this thing. So by having this guy, it just breaks up that monotony. It's just, I was trying to figure out a way to make that look cooler, and also, oh hey, I can get a little bit more cargo. It just worked out perfectly. Now this piece is important because next we bring in the reactor. Now the reactor is front or side attach only, so it needed something to attach to the front. That works. It's the Spheromac DC-202. It's the 33. It's the best Class A reactor, which is pretty good. I have all the buffs at my level, so I have at least 2 people traveling with me who bolster your astronautic fusion, I do believe it's called. On top of, I maxed out my aeronautic fusion. So I have an extra 5 on top of that, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. And then I think I get 2 more pips from 2 crew members who boost it. So I should be getting 40 out of this. It's a sweet spot for me. Also consistent, we have a fuel tank on one side. We have a shield on the other side. The fuel tank's pretty big, bud. It's this guy right here, 400. That's pretty much going to get you anywhere you need to go in this galaxy. And then this 860 sextant generator, shield generator, I do believe that's the best Class A generator, if I recall correctly off the top of my head. Maybe we should double check. It was not very long ago. 860. Yeah, everything just goes down from there. Oh, wait, there's an 810. If you want one of these balls here, 810's pretty close. So moving on, we get the grav drive. That's pretty much the best grav drive. 27 is the most grav jump you can get in Class A, so if you keep it light enough, you can get your 30. I guess there's boosts to astrodynamics that brings 27 up to 30 for me. That's maxed out, so I get to do that. I guess you normally wouldn't get to have 30 jump on any Class A ship whatsoever if, indeed, you didn't have that buff. 2 last and final engines. We put them right here on the side of the reactor, and they don't want to go, but these engines flip. So flip, cancel, grab it, flip, cancel, grab it. Yes, they do just slightly merge with the Demios wings, but that's fine. It's subtle enough, it doesn't stand out. Yeah, it looks a bit funny having the engines up-down offset like that. I'm not gonna lie. But this was the best compromise I could come up with to cram 6 of these side mount only engine, and not even both sides, just one side mount only engine. Nothing else fit really. Like there's these guys. Actually, I guess like those are 2 also. That didn't occur to me before. Maybe we could do one of these. Mix things up a little bit. Yeah. I just spent $35,000 on engines, and I will not do it here at this outpost. I won't do shipbuilding at an outpost. Hey, maybe I should put those there. I don't know, mix things up a bit. But whatever, I'm going to leave it like this for now. That's it. The final frontier. Let's go take it for a rip. Inside, the followers are all very
Hey
talkative.
there, how's it going?
But you know, this is the same cockpit. Nothing to
Did you
see
want to
here.
discuss something?
Would you guys be quiet? I'm trying to film here. We go into the control station because we need a control station. They all have chairs, that's good. There's our landing bay. We go back into the companionway here. On one side. Ah, there's our frickin', there's no shitter. That always kind of ticks me off that they don't have a bathroom in this in particular captain's quarters. Now, it's dark out, so it's not a very good example of how these frickin' windows look, but even though those things are kind of glitched together, it works. It looks like you have window and there's just structural out in front of it. Moving this way, tripping over stuff left on the floor, same thing here. There's the original Nova Galactic. Oh no, the original. The original. Look, Barrett's personal slate is there. Oh look, the friggin' Don't Use Me. The original. Frontier Hab, kept as is, and part of the party. There's a washroom there, there's a little bit of kitchen, there's an extra bed. 2 beds so far. That leads back into the engineering bay. Not much to see. Storage here, readout here. I kind of like that there's 4 different equipments. Some of these engineering bays have duplicate equipments, but no, there's that one. There's that one. That looks like a generator. And then a little computer control. And then we have an inspection port, as I like to call them. If I put a window on the engineering bay, I call it the inspection port. So we go, oh geez, the engines are not on fire. We could probably put a window here and glitch it into the back of those engines. And then of course we have a hab down here for the crew. You see, we can't put a window here or here because that's where the weapons are mounted. I suppose we could offset the back, but if you, I don't know, if you put a window there, it probably wouldn't delete the washroom. Not enough we need to make sure there's enough washrooms for 7-8 people, which I gotta mention, whatever I did, I could not get it up to 8 crew, even though I have 2 in the cockpit, 4 in the control room. No amount of adding accessories to the ship boosted up to 8 crew. I'm guessing you can only have 7 crew on a Class A ship or something. I'm not sure what's up with that. We have a freaking... Would you... Like... What do you... Let go. Just... Yeah. Who's coming down? Andreja, you follow me around everywhere. You do not like being in a different room from me for very long, eh? But yeah, because we have it... No, well, there goes that idea. Because we don't have a door here, we don't delete the washroom. And because we don't have any side doors, we get all 3 beds to accommodate the crew at the most. The most crew. And they even get a little toaster oven. How nice. Is there... Oh yeah, they don't have the little kitchenette in this particular hab. Just that. And I get that looks like some sort of heater. Now, what was I saying?
Need something?
We need to go take her for a spin.
Need something, Chief?
It's a beautiful day to be alive.
Let's do a little takeoff here. You always want to do like a little pre-flight test before you go flying into danger. So you make sure your shields are maxed out. Now, it's not the most reactor power, so you still have to manage your power reasonably. So, and max out engines and shield, and then we still have stuff for here, and then we can max that out. Or we can max that out, and then have nothing left over for grav drive. It all depends on what we want to do, where we're going. I'm not going to bother with lasers, because I'll just destroy the first ship that I see. So we'll just max that out. How much room do we have for grav drives? Oh, look at that. Almost. Pretty good. I'm going to get up for a sec. We're going to double check those windows now that we have something a little bit more to see out of them.
I was hoping you would stop by.
Wrong room, bud. Yeah, look at that now. See what I mean? Like, even though it's there, it looks like it fits. Like the window and the structural are part of the same piece, but it's just like we have a quad window. You know what I mean?
Anything I can help with?
No, I'm just checking out the windows, bud. Now, how's the inspection ports look? Okay, well, we can see the shield generator. Yeah, they're not the most impressive places to put a window, but, you know, why not? For the lols. There's the tanks. They can see the shields in the tanks from here. And you're one of our weapons dudes. Let's go jump into some action here. So a Crimson Fleet, no, we'll do a Crimson Fleet Spectre. See what that's like. Right into it, eh? Turn down the grav drive. Oh, it's not here. It's another one of those situations we gotta go looking for them. Oh, we get a nice drive-by with the rocks that follow us. Your ship's so heavy, it has its own moons.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I do think it is.
Their grav drive is crippled. They have disabled their shields.
Oh, there's a rock in the way. Come on now. What the hell happened to my engines just there?
Target's grav drive has been knocked offline.
Look at that. These guys stand like zero chance.
Enemy's grav drive has been disabled.
I don't even think this is where I'm supposed to be. Or, no, there it is. He just had friends.
Target has lost their grav drive. They cannot jump away. We have disabled the enemy's engines.
Six obliterator cannons. That's what we call OP, bud. OP. Now, just give me a minute to go and collect my spoils of war. We get a load of the speed here by doing this. 200. Class A is always good for that. It just has the, you know, the giver speed. Well, we seem to have blew up a lot of rocks here. Some vanadium. Vanadium. Come on. There we go. Feels like it moves decently. They all, like, ships turn a bit slower. I'm not sure what the secret is to making them turn faster yet. Oh. Got some nice drive-bys. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. And that, I think, is a slower ship. Let's get a lock here. Oh, it must have boosted. It must have boosted. It's coming back around. Target lock. Shift over. Oh, our shields are holding out. There we go. This is what we sometimes call effective. It was super effective. Now we get to go and take these guys out. Oh, it's 0G. What, you're still alive? After getting hit with this thing? How about this fancy mutant there? Oh, it doesn't stand it. Who's this now? Who's shooting at me? Over there? Oh, you're hanging out in the corner. And I need to, like, improve my health circumstances here. And then, of course, remember, the hack when you're dredging a ship. Just dredge, 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 dredge. And then because you're docked, you're within 250 of your ship, and then you can just, like, go and magically just miracle it into inventory, just like that. But I do believe That's the gist. Oh! Hold on, I gotta shoot these guys. It's a little bit not like what I'm used to. Oh, you know what? Wait, that does kind of have a sight on it. It's like I'm used to reflex sights, but this thing's laser sights with the little schnozzle to look through. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue shooting up and looting this ship and then flipping it for money, as is the tradition. As is the tradition. But that is the final frontier. Like, subscribe, and come back for more.